Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and I'm not in a good mood right now. Oh my God, the Suns. Oh, it's frustrating. It's Vogel. It's the build. It's no point guard. They look awful. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. I just had to get that off my chest real quick because what a frustrating night, man. Like I'm already moving on. I'm already thinking about the Cardinals getting Marvin Harrison Jr. and I'm ready to talk football. but anyways, sorry, Jordan and I are kind of chuckling because I'm just going to tell him during the Suns game tonight. I don't know if you guys heard one of the announcers describing Yusuf Nurkic, but they were talking about how important his size is to the Suns, and the announcer went on to say that Yusuf Nurkic is a thick load. And Richard Jefferson was like his typical funny self and was just like, I've never heard anyone describe it that way. But I was losing it. That was the bright spot of me watching the Suns. I mean, oh my God, dude, and we're sitting here like Yusuf getting 20, like, what do you get, like 24 minutes or 26 minutes or something? And
yeah, man.
It's like in that time, he had 7 rebounds, he had 2 blocks, he had 2 steals. It's like he's clearly important since they've got massive big men on their team. It's like, no, let's run KD at the 5. Okay.
Yeah, Vogel and Willie Green, man. I'll never understand what they're doing with their bigs. Like, Valanciunas and Nurkic both should be getting 35 minutes minimum a game right now.
Yeah, it's like that. What are you gonna like? You're gonna really try? Anyways, let's stay focused here because I could go an hour like just talking Frank Vogel and the Suns. But anyways, guys, welcome to the show. We've got 4 plays for you. We're going to be talking about the NBA slate on Saturday. We got basketball all day, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't have to think about the Suns. Like I was telling Jordy too, like even in this Lakers Nuggets series, Lakers are in the same position the Suns are. But the Lakers looked so much better in these losses. Like they're very close losses. The Suns just don't look like they should even be in the playoffs. And that's coming from a Suns fan, but okay, I will try to stay focused. We're going to be talking about this Saturday slate that is very exciting. And even the Heat are finding ways to win against the Celtics. This is a tied series right now. They got their star player out and they're pulling it together. I'm just still not okay with the Suns, but we got 4 games to be excited about. The rest of these, Thunder Pelicans, that one's getting a little bit out of control, but the Thunder are really good. But we're talking about the NBA slate for Prize Picks and for Underdog. I'm sure a lot of these plays will be available on Sleeper. But if you haven't signed up for Prize Picks or Underdog yet, there's a promo code at the bottom of the screen. That one's for Prize Picks. They're going to give you a deposit match if you just put that code in. And then for Underdog, if you use code BACKDOOR, they're going to give you a deposit match and instant pick'em specials. So you get some discounted plays to help you get started on the right foot. And I'll be honest with you, I've been having more fun on Underdog. It seems like through the playoffs, Prize Picks has been very limited in the options. I know that the fixed odds are the nice perk about Prize Picks, but there was like, for the Suns players, there was like no Royce O'Neal, no Eric Gordon. Like those are all available on Underdog. They give you a lot more players to choose from. So whichever of those you choose, there's a link in the description. I'm on both. We try to like really expand how many apps we're using because of situations like that where you can't get the same value. But all of the signups are available in the link in the description of the video, in the description. So these are the plays we're going to be going with. I'm going to take Nikola Jovic. I hope I'm saying that right. Very talented young player. I like his points and rebounds. His points are super juiced, but I want the rebounds attached there. Prize Picks is giving us that. Underdog is not. So I'm taking points, rebounds on Prize Picks, and on Underdog, I'm taking his points alone. And then Michael Porter Jr., very excited about this play. 8.5 rebounds and assists. I think he can get this done. He's been doing it a lot. And I'm getting that 8.5 line on both Prize Picks and Underdog. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm taking Josh Giggity for over 9.5 points. And then I'm taking Max Strus on Prize Picks for over 2.5 assists for the full game. And then on Underdog, I'm taking his first quarter assist over 0.5.
All right. Well, yeah, before we get into the recap, I just want to tell you guys about Daily Grind real fast. They have the DFS optimizer, they have the AI slip generator, the middling tool, the fantasy scores tool. They make all sorts of really great tools for DFS, which is what we do. And if you guys use code BACKDOOR, they're going to give you 25% off of any of the products they offer for your first month. You get 25% off. There's a link in the description of the video, or you can go to dgfantasy.com and just throw that code in there, BACKDOOR, and they will give you 25% off. And I'm going to pass it over to Jordy. And once again, sorry guys, I was unable to get the video out. I was going to try to do a solo, little quick short with some picks, but by the time I got my rig working, it was like the games had already started and stuff. So anyways, I'm going to pass it over to Jordy for the recap.
Yeah, so it was kind of a weird one. Brooke Lopez, he came out of the gates very flat. He was not doing much in the first half at all. And then he entered the second quarter. He wasn't playing in the second quarter, and I was like, oh man, he had such a bad first quarter, they're not going to play him. Then he comes out in the second quarter with 6 minutes left, and I'm like, please, Brooke, you have to get busy here, man. And he started cashing so many layups. Like him and Lillard were doing the pick and roll like flawlessly. I think they did it 3 times where he got 3 layups like nothing. So he got 6 points off that. Then he started cashing threes, and he started getting rebounds, and he ended up going for 13 in the first half. So we got over that 10 line. I felt really good about that play. I know I never took it in the regular season over 8.5, but he's really been killing it in the playoffs right now because they need that size with Giannis being out. Speaking of size, when I said Russell Westbrook could handle size today, I was, no Diddy on that one, but he got ejected. So we got to 4 RA, and he decided to start throwing some chest shots at people in the second half, and they ejected him, and they also ejected Washington. So those two got kind of chippy with each other, and I love playoff basketball. That was fun to watch. And yeah, so that one didn't pan out because Prize Picks, they don't want to reboot anything after the third quarter. So
yeah, there was only 3 minutes left, but they should have still rebooted it.
Yeah,
I was like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, Prize Picks was, that's asking a lot, but yeah, they were cool through the regular season. Every now and again, if it was like they just started the third and someone gets ejected, but come playoffs, they're like, nope, you guys are on your own.
They're making that money right now.
Oh yeah, that's why the board has been so tight too.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into these plays. And just real quickly, if you haven't signed up for Sleeper yet, go through the link in the description of the video. Use code BACKDOORFS. So throw the FS there on the end for that code, and you get up to a $500 deposit match. So huge value there. $500 gets you $1,000 to play with. Yeah, just code BACKDOORFS and get hooked up with that if you're looking to jump on Sleeper as well. Okay, so I'm going to start with Michael Porter Jr. here. Just for fun, take a look at this over/under. 217.5 over/under. Nuggets favored by 3. Shocker. Although, the Lakers have been playing good. It's been close. That last game wasn't as close as the first 2, but I'd like to see them push this to a game 5. We'll see if they can get it done tomorrow night. So Michael Porter Jr., though, this is what I love to see. 10 out of his last 12 matchups against the Lakers. He just matches up really well against the Lakers. So I wanted to take the assists as well because his rebounds are at 7.5. So in that last game, they were getting into rhythm. He was dishing it out to Gordon under the basket, and it was working like a charm there. So I think that there's a good chance that he can get like an assist or 2 tomorrow. They're playing really great ball right now, but you can see he's got some games where he's gone for 3, 6, 4 assists here and there. So that extra point for the rebounds and assists is totally worth it in my opinion. But yeah, 83% hit rate on this particular line. The Lakers are 11th in rebounds allowed to small forwards, 14th in assists allowed. So, just barely above average on rebounds allowed and middle of the road when it comes to assists. I don't need to tell you a whole lot about Michael Porter Jr. He's a baller. He's really good. I like his PRA too, but I like the RA better just because, I don't know, I think for him to hit that PRA line, it's set right where he would need to get near that 20-point mark and hit, this line as well at the 8.5 RA. So I was like, just in case for some reason, because that last game he started slow, and if he wouldn't have gotten hot in the second half, he wouldn't have cleared that line. So I think he's totally capable of it, but I feel safer Just going with the rebounds and assists for this one. But he's averaging 34.5 minutes a game against the Lakers. Let's see, last 10. Actually, let's go last 5. I mean, this is honestly not even that important. 32.8 minutes a game, 1.2 fouls. If you guys watch basketball, you know like what he's capable of. So I'm just going to keep it rolling there. If we hop over here to Daily Grind, take a look at this. They have this as the top play on Prize Picks for Michael Porter. 52.48% odds to hit the over at a minus 126. We got a minus 120 or higher for any platform that has this. And anyone that does have this has it at 8.5. So wouldn't be surprised if it gets bumped to 9, maybe 9.5, but probably just no higher than 9. But I like getting at 8.5. And then, same for Underdog. We're getting that same line on 8.5 rebounds and assists. So let's move on to Nikola here. All right, so 202.5 over under. Celtics favored by 9. I think he's going to get his minutes regardless of which way this game goes. He's really showing what he can do lately, averaging 21.5 minutes a game. But that's because of these, the average is a little bit lower because of those last 2 games coming out of the regular season, where he went for 14 minutes, just under 16 minutes. But he's been closer to averaging like a 25, 26 minute per game mark as of his last 3 games. Averaging probably about 25 minutes a game against the Celtics in this series so far. Jimmy Butler's still out. Josh Richardson's is out for the season. Terry Rozier's still out. And we have DeLon Wright is a game time decision. That probably won't affect his minutes too much because this kid's kind of earned his time on the floor. He's playing great right now. Let's take a look at this matchup a little bit closer. They are second in points allowed. Obviously, the Celtics are really good. No shocker there. 17th in rebounds allowed to power forwards, though. That's one thing that the Celtics don't do a ton of is rebounding the ball. You've got guys like Jason Tatum who take down a lot, but like Porzingis for a big, he really doesn't get that many rebounds. So that's not really that surprising to me, but they do play really good defense. But yeah, I mean, like those last 2 games in this series, he's gone for 10 points and 6 rebounds, 11 points and 9 rebounds. So I just really wanted those rebounds attached. And then if we take a look at Underdog here, we can only take his points alone. Last I checked, let me take another look here. They have the full PRA. That's just a little higher than I'm comfortable with at 15.5. But his points at 7.5, I do like. So I'm taking the points alone on Underdog. Back-to-back games, of 10 or more. And he's talented, So just 1.8 fouls per game right now, not getting in foul trouble, shooting 46% from the field on 5.2 attempts, and 42% from 3. Not really that active with shooting. If you like the PRA, go for it because he did get a lot of assists in that last game. My only concern, like he had 6 assists, and so that kind of made me tempted at first, but I think it was an outlier game because the first game he had 0 assists. You can see if we open this up a little bit, he doesn't really get a ton of assists. He's only gone over 2 out of the last 10 games. It's not really a big part of his bag. So the most I'm comfortable with is just his points alone or his points and rebounds. If you guys are interested in checking out this app, Outlier, just go through the link in the description of the video. That's where all the goodies are for anything that we're connected to. But Outlier is giving all of our viewers a 7-day free trial, so you can take advantage of this through the playoffs. Just try it out for free. It's a really great app. And I think, let's take a look at DG for his real quick. So the points and rebounds are like at a 50-50 shot, slightly favoring the under for Prize Picks. So if you're uncomfortable with that, don't feel like you have to take this. You can fade it or take his points alone. The points are still pretty much a 50-50 shot, but it's favoring the over. But yeah, the points and rebounds are 50.14% odds to hit the under at a minus 116. And Prize Picks has it right in the middle there at 13. Some platforms have it at 13.5, some have it at 12.5. They've got it right smack dab in the middle, but I think he's going to go over that. I'll wrap this up pretty quick, or try to get this wrapped up. But you can see, again, he went for 6 rebounds in game 1, 9 rebounds in game 2. So I like that being attached there. But the points we feel good about regardless at 7.5. And for those, let's see. Sorry, let me just pull this up real quick. Yeah, they've got that favored to go over just slightly, 50.62% odds to hit the over at -119. Looks like everyone that has this at 7.5 is pretty much favoring it to go over. Some as high as -135. Some like FanDuel are favoring it to the under. So go with your gut, but I do feel good about these two plays, and that'll wrap up my 2 plays, and I'll pass it over to you now, Jordy.
Sweet. Yeah, man. Oops, I switched to both of us. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's my busted flex play. You guys get to look at. But yeah, I've got these 2 plays. I've got Giddy and Max Strus. I've already got this play locked into. I feel really good about this play. I just 4-maned this, went ahead and power played it. I power play everything, power to the player. But Josh Giddy, I got him for over 9.5 points. This one I might go bump up on Chalkboard. If you guys want to check out Chalkboard, the link's in the description for that. It's another DFS app, just like Prize Picks, just like Underdog, except you can alter your own lines over there, and you can actually protect those lines. So that's one thing I like a little bit more about Chalkboard over Sleeper, is you can actually do like the protected play deal. So it's a lot of fun over there. You guys should definitely go check them out. You can bump the lines up and get different multipliers. So I could bump this up to like 11.5 and probably get like a 3x multiplier or 2x multiplier on it. So if you guys like to do 2-man like demon plays and stuff, it's a lot of fun to go over there and take like two players and get like an 8x play on it. So go check that out. Use code backdoor at checkout to get 100% match on your deposit up to $100. So Josh Giddy, I feel good about him going over his points. I know he had a rough matchup in the last game, or the first game, but he bounced back last game and dropped 13 points. He just, looked a little bit more fluid. He got more time. Josh Giddey's kind of one of those players where he has to do a lot of production early for them to give him those extended minutes. I don't know why, because the kid plays so good. Over the last 20 games, he really started to heat up, and they were giving him those good minutes. Like, the dude was dropping 31 points, 25 points, and the dude can get a triple-double quick. Like, I'm not even capping on that. Like, he pulls down a ton of rebounds, and he can put up double-digit assists like nothing. Like, if you see in this game here, he had 37 minutes. He put up a triple-double easily. So I hope this kid gets more time. I'm a big fan of the dude, despite all the controversy and stuff. He got cleared of all that stuff. I think he's a good player. So yeah, if you look at, here's a crazy stat. Here's why I like this. They're going to New Orleans now. They got their 2 games at home. Look at how this kid plays away. Like, he's gone over his points 16 of his last 20 games, 10 straight games away, not in home. He's gone over this. And 5 straight games. Like, the dude is an absolute killer on the road. So I'm hoping he gets that time. He put up 17 on Boston on the road. Like, the dude is a baller. So on the road, he plays a lot better for some reason. So I'm going to be taking his points over. This is not a popular play. It's juiced to go under at a -123. So go with your gut. But I have a good feeling about Giddy in this game. He just looked a little bit more confident in his shot. I think they got the the shakes out in that first game. So I think he'll play better in this game. So obviously, this is the reality of the situation. Over the last 5 games, he's only gone over this twice, but he had a 20-point game and a 13-point game. So I'm feeling good about Giddy on that one. And then let's see, my next play, that's on both platforms. We're getting him at 9.5 on both. My next play is going to be Max Strus assists on Prize Picks. I feel great about Strus's assists. They're juiced to go over at a -123 and a 51.35% chance. He has not been hitting this as regularly as he was, but honestly, I think they got slaughtered in that last game, so I'm not even really too concerned about that last game. He missed it, so they've played him 3 times so far. He missed it in the first matchup, and then he hit it in the second one, missed it in the third one here over the last 5 games. But if you look at the grand scheme of things, the dude has hit this in 56 out of 73 games on the year. He's hit it in 5 out of 7 head-to-heads and 15 out of his last 20. So I just think that was, that game got out of control so fast. So I think that he might bounce back in this game. So 2.5 is just so stinking low, man. I can't, they're second in assist lab because they play really solid defense and they look great at home. They're a great home team. once Russo told me that tonight, I kind of looked it up and I'm like, holy crap, yeah, they are insane at home. But Strus actually hits this a lot when they're not at home. So he's hit this in 7 out of his last 10, 15 out of his last 20 when they're not at home. And the last time they were not at home against Orlando, he missed it by 1, but that was just the game where they got slaughtered in. So I feel good about Strus's assist. We're taking his first quarter assist on Underdog. Let me just refresh to make sure that they don't have his actual assist lineup yet. I feel really good about his first quarter assist. Keep an eye out for the full game assist if you don't like the full first quarter assist. But if we look at what he's been doing for his first quarter assist, he hit this in the last game where they got slaughtered, and he hit it in the first game. So, I mean, he's hit it almost just the same amount. He's hit it 50 out of 73 games on the year, 4 out of 7 head-to-head, so just 1 less than the head-to-head, and 15 out of his last 20 games. So I still feel really great about this play. If you want a prop for Max Strus on Underdog, I feel good about that. So that's going to be the 2 I've got for tonight.
All right, guys. If you want to come join our fantasy community in our Discord, we have a lot of fun. We were just enjoying the slates tonight. I was just kind of complaining about the Suns most of the night, but we pulled together some wins here. You can join through the link in the description. It's just like a Patreon sort of deal. You go through Patreon and it'll send you over to our Discord, get you connected. But we do have a lot of fun, and you can see we have a section where we like share all the plays we're getting into. And a lot that we cover a lot more in the Discord than we can in the video as far as like esports and soccer and all sorts of other things. But anyways, thank you for listening to the rant at the beginning. Sorry for the long video. It's late. It's 2:45 a.m. here where I'm at. So we tried to, get you a little bit more plays tonight because obviously tomorrow there's no video for the daily show since we have basketball starting so early. But thanks again for everything, guys. Really appreciate the support. Very thankful to be doing what we're doing. And you guys have really been awesome. So we appreciate you. We hope you have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next video.
Good luck, guys.